Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Forgot to turn on my ring light today. Not that we care. Welcome to day 347 of our Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. Today we're talking about and setting our emotional goals for next year. We're going to set next year's emotional goals using the process that we came up with on Sunday. I had to look back. Let me grab my magnifying glass. We'll run through the process like every day this week. We are going to go through this process, come up with at least 3 goals that we want for, not at least, come up with 3 goals, probably not more than 3 goals, that we narrow all of our emotional goals, objectives, the things that we want down to 3 goals, and then we're going to share one in the comments below. That's our action item for today. So what is our process? Let's go over it again. Number 1, we identify the goal area. Today is our emotional health, our emotional well-being. Number 2, what are our core values when it comes to emotions? What are our thoughts and beliefs with respect to emotions? A lot of times we have conflicting thoughts and beliefs about a topic, and especially about emotional topics that aren't serving us. And so we just want to identify what those are and then consciously choose, yes, this is what I want to continue to believe, or hey, I believed that when I was 10 years old. I haven't had an experience with that since I was 10 years old, so maybe I can let that one go. Then we're going to do a SWOT analysis. We're going to look at what are our strengths, our opportunities, our weaknesses and threats emotionally, and we all have them. We're going to think about our feelings, which is what this area of our life is all about. It's about our feelings and our emotions. And realize, and it's super hard because most of us don't know it, we are absolutely positively emotional beings first, and then we are thinking rational beings and mental beings. Further along on the spectrum than any other life form apparently, but we still have a long ways to go when it comes to handling and managing and dealing with our emotions in a way that serves us most of the time versus ways that don't serve us. When I was a little girl, my family, because I was very emotional, had a saying for me when I was getting upset about something. They would say, Sherry, they called me, pop the cork, which, I'm over it now, but boy, it sure used to irritate me. It had the exact opposite effect they wanted. Usually I was getting upset, and so they're trying to calm me down. It's like when I tell my granddaughters to relax now, or my daughter to relax. It doesn't help anyone, right? We all need to be able to feel our emotions and let them roll through us and decide how we're going to react or respond or deal with them. Number 4, think about what is your biggest challenge emotionally right now. And I have a couple. I already wrote my top 3 right now as I was thinking about this today, because I know what one of my challenges are. I know what I've been getting feedback on. I know what I want to work on in this area and aspect of my life. And over decades of work, I have learned that I too am an emotional being first and foremost. And so I have to decide, how do I want to show those? How do I want those to respond? How do I want to react to things initially? Do I want to buy myself some time, take a deep breath, count to 10, whatever works to slow me down so I don't react, instinctively and not actually give it a little bit of thought before I respond or react. It's kind of the way we write emails. If we're upset, we write them and then we let them sit for a few hours or a couple of days, and we go back and we reread them, and then we decide to delete them and never send them. At least if we're smart, that's what we do. If we're not just being emotional. Then we're going to brainstorm possible goals that we could have for next year. There's infinite possibilities in the goals that we could set for ourselves with respect to emotions. Maybe we just want to experience more love in our life. Maybe we want to stop being so reactive and be more proactive in different areas and aspects of our life, especially with respect to emotions. Whatever it is, we're going to brainstorm at least 10 of those, and then we're going to step 6, analyze, rate, rank, and prioritize those goals, because some goals are more important than others, right? Some are more in alignment with who we really want to be, maybe not who we're acting like right now, but who we ultimately desire ourselves to be. And so we want to focus on those and give those higher priority and rank. We can use one of the tools we've talked about this year, or we can come up with another one. Then we're going to combine and cull down the number of options that we have, because if we try to work on more than 3 goals in an area of the life framework, in each area, we get overwhelmed. I don't know about you, but as I was looking at my mental and my emotional list today, I'm like, all right, how can I combine some of those things so that I don't have 27 goals that I'm working on simultaneously. I really want to get it down to about 9. And of those 9, I want, because there's 9 areas and aspects in the life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, confidence, and communication. I really want to get that down to like maybe a handful of real solid goals that I'm working toward. And it's pretty easy to do by combining different areas. And then we're going to document our 3. We're going to write them down. One of the things my dad taught my sisters and I when we were little girls is that it is critical to write down what you want, write down your goals. And then we're just going to share one in the comments below. So let me look at my list. Okay, I'm going to share one that's super embarrassing. And I didn't think that I'd do this, and that's why it's so embarrassing. But I raise my voice and I yell. I don't yell, but I raise my voice at my granddaughters when I'm hanging out with them sometimes, because my one granddaughter is just like me, and she's just a little chaotic bundle of energy, just like what I was. I can imagine how I was as a kid to my parents. But she's always, not always, but she's often doing things that are freaking dangerous. And I'm a little bit of an alarmist. Nobody wants anything to happen to their grandchildren on their watch. Our children or our grandchildren, but especially our grandchildren. At least that's my perspective. I don't ever want anything to happen when I'm with my granddaughters to them that is, even a cut and scrape. I don't like it. So when she does her little daring things, I sometimes overreact and raise my voice. And so that is actually one of the number one things I'm going to work on next year. And what I like about it is I can combine it with communication. I can combine it with relationships and with emotions, right? The reason I overreact is because I really am not thinking through what's the probability that something's going to happen, or intervening physically, which is sometimes more important than me projecting. But it's like telling someone to relax. If I think yelling stop is going to have her stop or freeze immediately, I'm mistaken. So that's sort of a waste of a whole step in the process of making sure the girls are safe. All right, that's all I've got today. Mental goals for next year. Let's find our 3 and have fun with this. If you have any questions about the process, of course, there's a write-up, Guide 17 of the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page. All you have to do is answer the 3 questions if you're not in there yet. And last year's entire challenge is in there. This year's entire challenge, Guide 17, has got write-ups from February 1st to today, which isn't posted yet, but I'll post it after I edit it. No, I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to take out some links and throw it up there. I've been using AI this year as a test tool to see, well, can I do something to supplement my challenge by just doing an AI write-up? And I have not edited those. I think I've got, 1,700 pages or something that I've created that way in a document that I may or may not do anything with. Haven't decided yet. I probably should edit it. Could probably edit it and turn it into a book. But that, maybe that's a goal for next year. I don't know yet. We're not done. We're only on day 3. So, emotional goals. 3, share 1, just like I did, even if it's embarrassing. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Have an awesome day.